Hello all you guys, welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. In today's video I wanted to discuss the coronavirus and more importantly, how will it affect football? We all know this is a virus that's going around the entire world right now essentially, and it's affecting thousands and thousands of people, even us, most of us are in quarantine right now. And I've been struggling to think of videos to make for you guys. I haven't really done a video in a while, so I thought this is really an interesting topic. It's affecting thousands, it's a real tragedy right now. And I thought, how can I link it to my channel? And I thought, well, let's talk about how it's going to affect football. I think there's been a lot of stuff going around, so I'm going to try and put everything into a video today, sum it up, and basically speak about how we can move on from here, because it seems almost every day there's a new advancement in cases in footballers, in what the leagues are going to be doing, in what, the Euros, the Copa America, in what everything's going on. So I'm going to try and summarise everything, keep up to date with everything. And I'm recording this on a Thursday afternoon, about 4 o'clock, by the way, for you guys wondering. So there's probably new advancements by the time this video has gone out. But either way, I'm going to try and summarise everything for you guys today in essentially explaining how the coronavirus is affecting football and how it will continue to do so in the near future. And I think already we're seeing its effects, guys. We really are. Of course, everything's been cancelled football-wise, and almost everything, worldwide has been cancelled, really, If you think about anything other than really shops and pharmacies in most places, everything has been closed. So if we take a look at football, we've seen Arteta get affected, we've seen Hudson-Odoi be affected from Chelsea, of course, and then you look at some of the Spanish clubs and also Italian clubs. We have Valencia, Alaves, Espanyol, Sampdoria from Italy. These are clubs with massive cases of coronavirus. I believe Dragani, him and his wife now have it as well. She's 4 months pregnant, so it's certainly affecting footballers, not just elderly, as I think a lot of people first thought it would. But yeah, it's a really, really, really relevant topic in football. And of course, all of these factors combined, not just how, contagious this virus can be, but also because of, the fact that it is really affecting fit footballers. That's meant that, all the major leagues, they've been pushed back. They say now that they're not going to be underway until at least May. That's been recently confirmed in the Premier League this morning, as well as in other leagues such as La Liga and the Serie A. And then also, what we now have is in the Champions Leagues and also Cup finals. They're going to be towards the end of June and the early stages of July. That's if everything goes well. In addition to that, we now have the European Championships, the Euro 2020, that's now going to be in 2021, and the Copa America 2020 is also going to be in 2021. But I wanted to enter a stage of the video because I've kind of gone through what's been done so far, but now what I want to do is basically give my opinion on what they should be doing. So let's really get into that, because I think this is where it gets interesting. Should they be back out on the pitch this season? What should they do with the season? Should it be void? Should it be counted? Should it be frozen? Who wins what? I think that's so interesting. So let's break this down, guys. Let's do it. And I think if we start by basically seeing what's been done so far, and it's just a constant postponement of all football, but it's not a cancellation. I think that's really interesting. The leagues seem to be absolutely determined to get these seasons finished. That's mainly for financial reasons, I think, and of course also they don't just want the season to end here and it doesn't even count. They really, really, really want these seasons to end. It's looking like they're going to compromise big tournaments that they've already done, and it looks like they're also going to compromise next season for this too, so they're definitely really, really going for this option. But for me, I really don't see the way you can actually finish this season and finish it in a respectful and proper manner. I really, really don't. The cases and infections are going up every single day, and to say that footballers will be back on the pitch in under 2 months, for me, is absolutely barbaric, and it's absolutely ridiculous, actually. I don't understand how they think that's a viable option, and they're still going ahead with it. I think it's really, really ridiculous, and it's also showing us how money-driven these places such as UEFA and FIFA, they really are money-driven, and it is pretty embarrassing when you look at it in a situation that's this serious, that's this important. They just want to carry on with everything. They really do. They're trying to get it back in, under 2 months. For me, there's no way that can happen. We all want football to be back and normal, but there's just no way that they can get this football back on in time and go on as if nothing's happened. It will compromise everything. More importantly, it will compromise the players' health, and also if they're going to introduce fans back into the game, that's also ridiculous. I don't see how it can happen, but what we're seeing initially is they are absolutely determined to finish every single league. They've just announced this season in the Premier League that we've made sure that the Premier League will be extended indefinitely. Are you absolutely crazy? Are you absolutely crazy? They're just going to keep on delaying it and delaying it and delaying it and delaying it until they can finish it. That's going to make so many issues in the world of football. Contracts are going to run out. What are we going to do with the transfer window? And what are we going to do about the players' health? For me, that is a ridiculous option, and they need, I think, to do something about their season. Whether they cut it off now I think that has to be done, and then I'm going to be talking about later on in the video the options they have once they cut it off. But as of right now, guys, what we've learned is that the leagues, the nations, they really want to carry the leagues on and finish it no matter what. As I said, they don't want to freeze the leagues, they don't want to cut them off, but say they did, that also leaves big decisions to be made, because as we can see, guys, I think a lot of fans have been debating for weeks on end now, and I really want to have my say on this. I think it's a really interesting topic. If no more matches are to be played this season, I think a lot of the leagues around the world have said the title will not be given to those who are in the current position. So it won't be given to Liverpool, won't be given to Juventus, and it won't be given to Barcelona. So that, to me, is like it's not an option. So then the only option they really have, it to me, it looks like, is to void the whole season. That also doesn't seem like an option for them right now. They really want to carry it on, but in my opinion, that's all they can't really do that. I think that the only option they've left themselves now with is to void the whole season. I think we cannot just carry on and go back to football this season, and probably for a while now, as if nothing's happened. It really is a serious topic, and they seem to really be letting the money get to their heads, which wouldn't be a surprise for all of us. So let's talk about one of the first options, and that is to freeze the table, so count this season, but only count it with what's been played so far. So, if we freeze the table, what we mean is that we've counted every single game so far, but it really does spark a lot of controversy. So one, I think the big controversy with this would be is certain teams have played less than others. We've seen this with Sheffield United in the Prem and Aston Villa in the Prem. They've played a game less than everyone else, so that won't be fair. They will, their spots will be compromised. It just would not be fair. And then also, guys, if you look at, in certain leagues like La Liga, where Barcelona are just 2 points ahead of Real Madrid, anything can change from now to the end of the season. If one match week Barcelona draw and Real Madrid win, they're back on top because of head-to-head. So I think freezing the table and counting it is an option, and I think it was one that I was maybe leaning towards, but I don't think it's fair at all. And by the way, guys, it doesn't look like UEFA, FIFA, whatever, they're not going to let that one happen. So I do not think the leagues will be freezed. I don't think this season is going to count if it is stopped now, that is. Like we said, they're determined to finish it. If they finish it, they finish it. But if they cut it, which in my opinion they have to, then it does not look like freezing the table is going to be an option. And it does indeed look like voiding it is going to be the solution here. And voiding the season, guys, for you guys who were wondering, it just basically means act as if the season never happened. We start again, we start all over. And I think that's the best option to do. I do. And at the same time, it makes a little bit of me sad. We have Lampard's first season at Chelsea, how well we were doing personally. That's all out the window. You have, big wins in the Champions League like Atletico Madrid. They don't even count for anything anymore. And then, we have Sheffield United, we have Getafe seasons, Wolves, Leicester. We have all of these great seasons. RB Leipzig, Lazio, Leeds and West Brom. You could go on with lists and lists of names of teams who've had great seasons who want these to count, and they would not count at all. And the same can be said for Liverpool winning the Premier League. Liverpool, they had an amazing season. They're 25 points clear now, and they wouldn't even get the Premier League title. So for me, voiding the season is quite a sad option. And I also, however, have to think that, well, it is probably the best option. I think, as we've been through before, freezing the table, counting things from now, that probably sparks even more controversy than voiding it. And I really think that football now, this season, should be cut off. Then we let the transfer window run as normal and try and get that season started around August time like we always do. Maybe that means, minimal pre-seasons, I don't know. But let's try and get football back on track as best as we can. And in my opinion, by trying to frantically extend this season forever and ever is not the way forward for that. It's going to compromise everything, not just the footballers' health, but also it's going to compromise, the next seasons, the transfer market, almost everything, including contracts for footballers. It's going to make an absolute mess of what already is a really delicate situation. I don't think the way they're going right now, how determined they are to just finish these seasons ridiculously, I think that has to be stopped. They're completely money driven right now, it seems, the big companies. They really don't want these seasons to be over. They would lose massive amounts of money, but right now it is turning into a public health thing more than a money thing, and they can't really seem to get that in their heads just yet. But yeah, guys, that's the end of this video. It's my first one for a while, so sorry if I was a little bit rusty in there. I just wanted to get through what's happening right now with coronavirus, what the steps they're taking, which will basically push the season back and back as much as it needs to go, just so that we get it finished. For me, I don't like that idea. I think it compromises everything, like I said. The other solutions, of course, we said were freezing the table, but that doesn't seem to be an option anymore, and probably, to be fair, it isn't a viable option either, because certain teams have played less than others, and with 10 to 12 games remaining in most leagues, it really wouldn't work. And then of course you have the other option of voiding the season, getting rid of it, acting as if it never counted, which, like we mentioned, for so many teams it would be sad. It would be wrong, in my opinion, to just write off this season as if it never happened. But at the same time, you know, this isn't an ideal situation. We can't pick and choose all the luxuries we want right now. And I just think that we have to get rid of it. And that's not me being biased. That's not me saying I don't want Liverpool to win the league. I think Liverpool should win the league. And you know, an example of me, I'm a big Barcelona fan. If the season was to be frozen, say for example, then Barcelona would be given the league title just like Liverpool would be. So I just don't think it's fair, though. I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can do that in every single league in the world. Whilst in the Premier League it may work, but like we mentioned, you know, other teams have games in hand over each other, so I just don't think it's an option, I'm afraid. I really don't. If there's no more football to be played, Liverpool cannot be handed the title. Same goes for loads of other clubs. They can't be handed their positions. As sad as that would be, I think, for football, that is looking at that it's the route they're going down. Right now, they're trying to push the league back as much as possible to try and actually finish it on the football pitch. In my opinion, they need to scrap that and move on for the next season and really, you know, get this epidemic over with as soon as possible, because if we get the footballers back on the pitch, with how many there are infected already, it would be absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, that was my take on it. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Please do drop a like if you did. I want to try and make some more videos over this period. I haven't really made that many, simply because I don't really know what to talk about. I think if the seasons are carrying on, which it looks like they want to, like we've been saying, then of course we'll have videos to make then, but you know, that's going to be in May time. We have another month and a half until then, so I don't really know what to do. I'm thinking, you know, transfers for next season, maybe what squads could maybe look like in teams like Barcelona and Chelsea. I think that could be quite an interesting thing to look at. I was going to say national team squads, but it isn't like we're going to be seeing our nations back in action for quite a while now. And yeah, guys, I think that's all I really have to say for this video. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, drop your comments in the comment section down below. I need some video ideas, guys. If you are new or if you're a subscriber and you want some ideas, let me know. Should I start maybe a career mode or something? Should I get back into some FIFA content just for this time being? I think that could be a solid little idea. Let me know all of that, guys, and yeah, I'll see you all later. Goodbye.